y'all. Welcome to Night Combos.
Welcome back. Hubby's here.
Hey, hubby.
Hey, Lovey.
Hey, y'all. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this video, but before we do, real quick, we have to say thank you so much to all of our subscribers. Y'all are truly amazing. We're a little over halfway to having 3,600 subscribers.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have that by the end of next month, because y'all truly are amazing, helping us reach our goal of 3,500 and then 3,550. So hopefully we'll meet our goal of 3,600 by the end of next month. But anyway, we truly appreciate all of you so very much. And thank you to Dawn and Laura for the cash apps that y'all sent us that we have in our description box. We truly appreciate that so much. Thank you. And then we also got a super thanks from Overprotected. And then there was two others. One was Megsy. I hope I'm remembering that right. Like, I know that that's the screen name, but I hope it's okay that we're saying your name. I think you said that it was okay in the comments, but I know there was one other that was a simple message. So, and that person didn't say whether we could say their name or not, so we're not going to say it. But thank you all so very much. It truly means so very much.
Thank you so much.
It means so much to us personally and to the channel. It truly does, and we're so grateful for it. Y'all, honestly, thank you so very much. And if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell. Leave y'all's thoughts and opinions about this video and all of that down in the comment section down below, and we'll be conversating with y'all like always, and we would greatly appreciate it so much. And also, we'll put at the top of the description box of this video part 1 to this. So for those of you who haven't seen part 1, y'all can watch part 1 and part 2 together if y'all choose to. Which hopefully y'all will, because y'all, it is so important, the things we're going to be pointing out. And we really want y'all's opinions on it. And like we've said before, we are not doctors. I'm in the medical field. Hubby's in a different field. But, you know, so we can't diagnose her, obviously. I mean, even if we were doctors, we couldn't diagnose her without seeing her as a patient. But these are our thoughts and opinions. And also, you know, this is factual information that we've looked up and that I've studied in school, and we've gotten from other, you know, sources that we pulled information from and stuff. So just let us know, you know, y'all's thoughts and opinions as well in the comment section, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Y'all know how we talk. So just let us know what y'all think in the comments, and how y'all think her child will end up as well. Okay, so keep in mind during this video as well, like in part 1 is where we more or less, well, not really less, but we more talked about Gypsy and whether or not she's a psycho / sociopath, like a lot of people call her, you know, like a lot of us have said, she's a psycho, she's a sociopath, you know, type of thing. Well, is she really? You know, so we looked into that. But keep in mind, like, someone that is a sociopath, they try to be very charming, and they try to show you a facade of being normal, like doing the thing that's most popular at the time, and just, you know, trying to show a facade of normalcy and being charming and loving and manipulative and very narcissistic. And remember, a narcissist is a person who exhibits a pervasive pattern of exaggerated self-importance, an excessive need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others, often believing they are superior and deserving of special treatment, like Gypsy. frequently at the expense of those around them. This can manifest as a mental health condition called narcissistic personality disorder, which, in our opinions, from what we looked at and studied and dug up and all of that, that's what she has.
Most definitely.
But again, that's our opinions. We can't diagnose her. Even if I was a doctor, I couldn't diagnose her without seeing her, So, anyway, now I'll go ahead and apologize for my voice too, y'all. It's a little bit hoarse and stuff because hubby says I say this all the time, y'all. I don't mean to, but when the weather changes,
Yeah, she says it a lot.
I don't mean to. I really don't mean to. I apologize. But y'all are family, so it's okay. But I'm just trying to let y'all know, if my voice being hoarse and stuff, I'm sorry. It's just with the weather changing and stuff, y'all have such bad sinus. I get bad sinus infections and colds and stuff. And so I can't help it. I'm sorry. So I try to push through it and deal with it anyway. But anyway, hubby thinks I say it too much. If y'all think I say it too much, I apologize. But just letting y'all know why I may sound a little different or clear my throat on a video. And excuse me if I do. Okay, so some of our information comes from Michelle Shabazian, and she has her master's in therapy and stuff like that, being a therapist, and she's a practicing therapist and stuff. She's a therapist that has spent years studying into this specific topic and other articles as well, and has written, a lot of articles and stuff. And we pulled some excerpts from an article that she wrote on this specific topic. And we also got, just like in part one of this video, which, like I said, we'll link in the top of the description box of this video for those of you who haven't seen it. Some of the information comes from what we've spent days and hours looking into, and also from what I've studied taking psychology in school. And there's one small excerpt that we got from Healthy Place as well, but it's just like a couple sentences that we got from Healthy Place that we looked into. But anyway, so just to let y'all know. Okay, so the impact of sociopathic mothers on their children. Motherhood is often synonymous with unconditional love, nurturing, and selflessness. And a lot of us know that, right? However, when the maternal figure is a sociopath, the narrative shifts dramatically. Sociopathic mothers, characterized by a lack of empathy, manipulative behavior, and deceit, can leave deep and lasting scars on their children. Understanding the effects of such relationships is crucial for those affected and for professionals working to support them. Sociopathy and maternal facade, unmasking the hidden reality. Sociopathy, a subset of antisocial personality disorder, involves persistent patterns of disregard for others' rights and emotions. Individuals with this disorder are characterized by chronic manipulative behavior, a lack of empathy, deceitfulness, like lying, and a propensity for violating societal norms and the well-being of others. Do y'all think that sounds like Gypsy already? Like we're just at the beginning of this? Let us know in the comment section if y'all think that sounds like Gypsy already. We went more into her in part one, like I was telling y'all. This is about the effects of her possibly being this way on her child, though. When sociopathy manifests in mothers, it adds a complex and often concealed layer of emotional turmoil for their children. The facade of normalcy, sociopathic mothers are often adept at presenting a facade of normalcy to the outside world. They can appear charming, loving, and attentive in public, creating an image of the perfect mother. This, this ability to mask their true nature makes it exceedingly challenging for outsiders to recognize the underlying dysfunction. Teachers, friends, and even extended family members may be completely unaware of the turmoil occurring behind closed doors. The facade not only protects the sociopathic mother from scrutiny, but also isolates the children who may be or who may feel invalidated or disbelieved when they attempt to share their experiences. So, like if baby Aurora, for example, tries to go to Ken because Ken's not in her life every day, right? He's kind of like co parenting with Gypsy right now. And if she's a sociopath, he would be co parenting with a sociopath. Or extended like family like aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever. They don't see how a mother acts, a sociopathic mother acts with their child every day. So they may think, so when the child tries to go to them to be like, hey, mom did this or mom did that, you know, they don't believe the child because they don't see the mom acting like this behind closed doors, which could be huge red flags again for Ken, even Christy and Rod, where Gypsy lives with, you know, to look out for because they're not always with her and around her. Watch this clip and how Gypsy tries to appear normal and charming in public.
Many of you have already seen this clip.
Yeah, so many of you have already seen this when it's been used talking about her drinking and stuff like that and going to the Post Malone concert, leaving the baby. She's now leaving the baby for a third time in the first month and a half of its life, you know, so that's a huge red flag too as well to keep in mind during this video. But while watching this video, keep in mind of what I just said about how a sociopath tries to look charming and loving and normal in public.
What time is it? We're about an hour away. Thank you so much. And we're gonna get a bite to eat. I ordered a fries and a Pepsi. An hour away. Thank you so much. And we're gonna get a bite to eat. I ordered a fries and a Pepsi. Do you want to hold the phone while I show them my outfit? Alright, so this is my outfit. So I have, it's a little loose because I bought this when I was pregnant. So I've got burgundy skirt. I've got like cute boots. Everything was pre-approved by my sister. She has really great fashion, so she's been giving me tips. Alright, so just gonna wait on my food.
So y'all can see in that clip how Gypsy's being into herself, talking about her outfit and lying, trying to gaslight people. Y'all notice Gypsy mentions what's allegedly the grape juice in the wine glass since going to the concert from this picture right here from the trailer of the next season for her documentary show. But she hasn't made an excuse for the Metropolitan alcoholic drink from the night of the concert, other than that night saying she ordered fries and a Pepsi to gaslight people and be manipulative right after the fact that she knows we heard her friend handing her the Metropolitan and Gypsy saying, "Thank you." We found out she couldn't have been thanking a waitress, for example, like for her friend or anything like that, because one of you let us know, which we appreciate, by the way, that you are familiar with this place and they don't have waitresses. It's a order at the counter type of place, and you get your order when it's ready and sit down or whatever, or go back to like the casino area if you're gambling. Manipulative behavior. Children of sociopathic mothers experience the full extent of their manipulative behavior. These mothers often employ a range of tactics to control and dominate their children, including gaslighting, guilt tripping, and emotional blackmail. Gaslighting involves making the child doubt their own perceptions and memories, leading to confusion and a distorted sense of reality. Guilt tripping might involve making the child feel responsible for the mother's happiness or unhappiness, fostering a deep sense of obligation and guilt. Emotional blackmail can include threats of withdrawal of love or support, creating a constant state of fear and anxiety in the child. And y'all can see some of the examples of her personas here as Ruby and Candy and Bella. All of these personas that she used to gaslight and manipulate and control and emotionally blackmail Nick into being a part of unaliving her mother. A more simple example is Gypsy is really into herself still. To this day, even after having a child, she is still more into herself than she is her own child. Emotional abuse. The emotional abuse inflicted by sociopathic mothers can be severe and multi-faced, like two-faced, multi-faced. Like when you call someone two-faced, they're being one way during a certain atmosphere or in an atmosphere, and being a totally opposite way in another atmosphere. But we can see here how she's definitely still into herself. Not even the concert she's at. She's more into looking at herself. Isolation and control. Sociopathic mothers often isolate their children from others who might offer support or validation. They may discourage friendships, undermine relationships with other family members, and create a narrative that paints the outside world as dangerous or untrustworthy. Impact on identity and development. The constant manipulation and emotional abuse from a sociopathic mother can severely impact a child's identity and development. These children may struggle with a coherent sense of self, often internalizing the negative messages and criticisms from their mother. They might grow up believing they are inherently flawed, unworthy, or unlovable, and get confused of their feelings and not understand them. And it's not their fault at all. Challenges in seeking help due to the sociopathic mother's skill in presenting a normal facade. Children often face significant challenges in seeking help. When they do try to reach out, they may encounter disbelief or minimization of their experiences from others who have only seen the mother's charming exterior. Like Gypsy's child growing up knowing she's been in the spotlight and in the media for a while now, and is obviously going to try to continue to do that instead of going to cosmetology school like she said and do all these other things and stay out of the spotlight, trying to be an influencer again. For example, she's trying to look normal. By the way, where is the baby in all these videos? someone else is having to keep her because she's in her bedroom, which is where the crib is. So if the baby's asleep, she wouldn't be able to make these videos because you wouldn't want to wake the baby up unless she doesn't care, like a sociopathic mother would be. They wouldn't care. Long-term consequences. The long-term consequences of being raised by a sociopathic mother can be profound. As adults, these individuals may continue to struggle with trust issues, low self-esteem, and emotional regulation. They may also be at a higher risk for developing mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So her child could see these videos and things that she does and think, oh, well, everyone in the world thinks that my mom's normal. Or these 9 point whatever million people think that my mom's normal. I can't reach out to anyone for help. So they would then try to deal with it themselves and keep it on the inside and end up possibly having depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and many other things. It's crucial for these children to end up learning how to prioritize and safeguard their own peace and happiness when dealing with a borderline mother. Emotional and psychological effects on children of sociopathic mothers often grow up in environments filled with unpredictability, like her traveling constantly and leaving the baby with different people and going off here, there, yonder, and everywhere. Literally going on vacations and different places. And she literally talked about in a live how the baby's not stable because the baby's already going from where she lives with her dad and Christy to Ken's, and then back to her dad and Christy's, and back to Ken's, and back and forth, back and forth. That's already unstable for the child. This toxic environment can lead to a myriad of emotional and psychological issues that can persist into adulthood, affecting various aspects of their lives. Sociopathic parents sociopathic parents exist and can cause great harm to their children through both emotional and physical abuse, even to the point of producing sociopathic children. In addition, co-parenting with the sociopath can be very troubling. For example, Ken, right now, what they're doing literally right now, him living an hour away, they're co-parenting. I don't care if they're in a relationship or not. That has nothing to do with it. They're co-parenting right now. And I know a lot of you don't believe that she has a baby and all of that, but we're looking at this as she does have a baby for real, and baby Aurora is real and everything. That's what we're looking at this as. So Ken co-parenting with her could be detrimental for the child unless he steps up and takes those steps he needs to take control. A sociopath is a man or a woman who cares only about him or herself. What is a sociopathic person like? All the world is his stage, and all the people merely his puppets on a string. He is a social predator in all aspects of his life, including parenthood. He's a sociopathic parent. At the most basic level, sociopathic parents aren't warm and fuzzy. They don't give hugs and cuddles and kisses and rubbing nose to nose, giving Eskimo kisses and all those things, for example. They're cold, distant, and unwelcoming. He provides neither comfort nor affection. James Fallon, a neurologist who studies the brains of sociopaths and happens to be one himself, is one of the rare sociopaths who has sustained a marriage over time and helped raise children, because most sociopaths can't sustain a relationship and they can't sustain a marriage or anything like that over a time period, over a long time period. James Fallon describes his feelings toward his own children as indifferent, dominated less by warmth than by entertainment and intellectual interest. Just like Gypsy's doing here. More into herself and what outfit she's going to wear in California rather than worrying about what the baby's doing right now. Even if the baby's napping right now, she could be doing something else, washing bottles, doing something to care for that baby. She could literally just be laying down beside the baby, just spending time with her baby, rubbing her little face, rubbing her little back, her head, all those things you do as a mother when the baby's sleeping, when you're not having to do household chores and stuff like that, or cook or whatever. That special time, those special moments that you have with your baby while it is a baby, that you get to lay with it and rub its little back, its head, its face, give it, little kisses, soft kisses, so that you don't wake it up, and just simply looking at your baby in amazement. That's how most mothers feel, like, y'all let us know if y'all agree or not. Most first-time mothers aren't worried about what outfit they're going to wear on a trip that they're going to, still within the first month and a half of their first child's life. By sociopathic standards, Fallon is, quote, loving parent of the year. Other sociopath parents aren't so kind and generous. The only true feeling sociopath parents have is anger, and they typically express it loudly and physically. Do sociopaths cry or even have feelings? We covered a lot of that in part 1 of this video. Because the expressed anger is out of proportion to whatever induced it, children are left hurt, confused, and with a sense that the world is unpredictable, illogical, and unsafe. Antisocial parents teach their children that the world is chaotic and inconsistent. Sociopathic parents have other hallmark parenting traits that amount to psychological abuse: lack of attachment, bonding, love, dismissiveness because kids are boring, disregard for their child's welfare, harsh expectations and demands, neglect, often extreme neglect, purposeful attempts to corrupt a child, for example, exposure to porn or pornography, encouraging delinquent behavior, for example, oh, you don't have to go to school today. You can stay out of school today. You don't feel like going to school? Okay, don't go to school. Okay, well, those days adds up, and then that leads to truancy, and then the child's in front of a judge in court for truancy. Letting the child think it's okay to lie when it's favorable to the parent. Like, tell your grandparents you haven't had any cookies today, for example. Tell them you haven't had anything sweet, so they'll give you something sweet. Just little white lies that will benefit the parent while the parent is gone, or even while the parent's there. Little white lies. Hey, go ask grandma or grandpa for $20. Tell them I need it for gas. When really the parent wants the $20 for something that they want, for example. Just little white lies like that, like what you would say is white lies, but they can become big, massive lies as well, and deception. Or like when the child becomes a teenager and the parent, say for example, the parent is a smoker. They smoke cigarettes and they tell the child, here, you want a cigarette? You want to smoke a cigarette? Why don't you smoke a cigarette with me? Or here, have your first sip of alcohol with me. Those types of behaviors, they encourage, delinquent style behavior. The sociopath mother is no June Cleaver. She is much more like Game of Thrones Cersei Lannister. Granted, she's excellent at emulating June Cleaver. Typical of a sociopath, this mom can morph into any persona that suits her in a given moment. When others are watching, she launches into supermom. She dotes, she encourages, she loves, she attends. She provides the snacks at the end of the soccer game. Everyone loves Super June. Then, when the game is over and the family is back home, Cersei returns. She doesn't need Super June because no one is around to entrap as future tools of manipulation. And again, remember here, Gypsy's very good at using different personas and giving them different names and characteristics and having a whole narrative for each character, whether it's sweet, loving, and kind, like maybe Bella, or more sexual, like Candy, or Ruby, like the Unaliver. Far from being a nurturing, loving attachment figure, the sociopath mother is a cold, abusive, frightening figure representing chaos and emotional distance. She ignores and she neglects. She controls and manipulates. To the sociopathic mother, her child isn't a person in his own right, but a possession that exists to serve her. Doesn't that sound like a lot of the things Gypsy's shown so far since she allegedly gave birth on December 28th? She uses insincere, shallow affection to manipulate. She hardly praises or encourages, but she lavishes the child with verbal abuse and punishment. Society's norms mirror our biological wiring. Mothers are designed to nurture and protect, so when they don't, the results are devastating to the child. The sociopathic parents' effect on their children are adversely affected by a sociopathic parent. The exact nature and impact of the ramifications of abuse vary from child to child and are dependent upon the severity of the sociopathy and the level of functioning of the parent, the nature of the child and her level of resiliency, and the degree and presence of other support systems like grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends. If the child has none of those in their presence regularly on a regular basis, they're not going to believe the child, or it will be hard for them to believe the child. The child might shrink in isolation or express problems through bullying and aggression, become easily distracted, be either overly emotional or flat, like just nothing, show no emotion, have poor school performance. Sociopathic parents instill fear, shame, and a sense of worthlessness and self-blame in their children. A sociopath parent is what a child fears. the monster under his bed and everywhere, and he can't turn to this parent for comfort, which is really sad to think about. Or the monster in the closet, or whatever they're afraid of, and they can't turn to that parent for any type of comfort, or letting the child know it's going to be okay, or any type of love or admiration, anything. And Gypsy, speaking on her specifically, since that's what this video is about, y'all can see this comment here that someone wrote under one of Gypsy's videos defending her, saying, "She rid the world of an abuser. Need more like her." I don't know if this person has, or this, young person has a parent that was a sociopath or not. We don't know that. But this is the type of behavior that a parent like that could put on their child. This is what Gypsy is influencing in teens. Y'all can see this is what type of behavior Gypsy always influences in teens. So what do y'all think she will do with her own child? Her own baby that she's supposed to love and adore and give little kisses and cuddles and hugs to, and lay on the bed with, or lay in the floor with, cuddling and loving on. Especially since she's living with her dad and Christy right now, and she has that support system right there in the home she's living in, and she has Ken when she goes to his house, so she absolutely has the time and availability to do so. She could lay with her child and do that. Instead, she would rather be on the internet, into herself and being all about herself and what outfit she's going to wear in California while she's not going to be with her child, not worrying about her child. Just like when she was at the concert. What am I supposed to do? Keep my child away from her family, her close family? You live with her close family. So that's not a good excuse. But what are y'all's thoughts and opinions on all of this? So we didn't go very, very deep into this in this video, but we tried to give y'all at least a look into what a sociopathic parent would look like and be like towards their child and with their child and to their child or children. And she's saying she wants another child in another year or two, which is very scary. It's very scary already for her to have a child. But to have another one, and she already doesn't seem to have a bond with this one, which could endorse this behavior even more in her, in Gypsy. It could endorse her having this behavior towards her child even more. Her not having a bond with it. Y'all leave y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below and let us know what y'all think. We hope y'all enjoyed this video and found it informative. And we would greatly appreciate y'all's thoughts and opinions and stuff in the comment section down below. And we appreciate all of you so very much. And if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell, all of the things, and we would greatly appreciate it so much. And we hope y'all have a good night and God bless.
Have a good night and God bless.
Bye.
Bye.